Deaf and Dumb. I'm Dan.
And I'm Dudley.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm alright.
Yeah?
I'm not as
I saw
tired
you not
as,
that long ago.
I'm not as tired as I expected I would be right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just, for those who don't know, I
Mhm.
didn't listen to last week's episode and was uninformed, we just got back from the LAN, our biannual LAN.
Yes, the
Party that we
LAN
have.
Point 1 2016. Or 17, sorry. 2017.
Why is it .1? Why can't it just be 1?
Because the next one will be
2017.
.2.
So will it be 2017 .1?
It'll be LAN Point 2 2017. I wrote
Do you not know what
16
year it
in
is,
my
Dudley?
notes, and it was actually, okay. Let me
So
fix that.
do you... Well, let's just make sure we're clear. You don't know what year it is.
I don't have time to keep up with this kind of stuff.
Uh-huh. You don't have time?
Yes.
So we just had our LAN this
Yes.
weekend. We spent, the most part of 3 days, more like 2.5 days of
It was
just
more like,
hanging
more
out.
like 2 days for me.
Yeah.
'Cause I got there late Friday.
Yeah.
'Cause I had to work.
And hanging out with a bunch of our longtime friends, and playing games, mostly old stuff,
Yep.
but some new stuff.
Yeah.
A few, newer stuff. You want to jump right into what we played?
Let's just do that.
Well, the big one, of course, is, as always, is Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike. Yep.
Usually we'll switch between versions, but this time we mostly focused on Counter-Strike Go,
Yes.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive, which has been around for a while.
Yeah, it's been around for a while. It's still very popular. They do tournaments and stuff all the time with it.
Oh yeah, it's really big in the esports realm.
Yes. In fact, I think
yeah.
there was some tournaments going on this week for it. I'm not 100% sure on. I don't really keep
That's
up with
cool.
esports, so.
I don't really either. I mean, I'm happy about it. I'm happy that it's a thing.
Yeah.
But I don't really follow it. Just like, I mean, it's, I don't follow it the same way I don't follow sports. I can appreciate it, but I don't really pay attention to it or keep up with it.
That's kind of the way I am as well. It's, I don't. Sports is sports. If you play in Counter-Strike, that's great. I'm probably not going to watch it. I'd rather play it.
Yeah, that's kind of me. But yeah, it was, and it's always a joy. I always, I don't play Counter-Strike that often, and so we always play at the LAN because it was one we played the original Counter-Strike, a lot back in the day,
early 2000s, whatever.
So we always go back to it, and I always forget how much I like it. It's like, I don't know. It's like I don't think about it, but when we start playing, I'm like, yes, I love this game, and I enjoy playing it, and I'm also surprised how good I am at it.
That's like a weird way to compliment yourself.
I wasn't trying to compliment myself. I wasn't trying to compliment myself, but I was doing well.
Yeah.
You can't. I know in more than one match I had like a 3-to-1 kill death ratio.
I would go through waves. I would be really really good, and then I would just go to crap, and I would lose that groove. Like today, we played a few rounds before we called it done, and I just was doing awful. It was just bad.
I was a little off, but I was still, more often than not like a 1-1 or a 2-1 kill death ratio. But it's so much fun.
It is.
And
it's a lot of fun.
last night I was on fire. If we can talk more about how great I am.
I don't remember you being great. I just remember, but I didn't really pay attention to anyone else's how they were doing. I was just getting angry when I died, and then killing people and being excited.
Yeah. You were shouting a lot.
Yeah.
You were being particularly loud.
Was I?
Last night? Yeah, you were pretty loud.
I
don't know
remember.
if you just didn't realize how loud you were because you had your headset on, but
yeah. I didn't. I had my headset on, and
it's so fun.
I couldn't. I'm not used to. This is the first time I had my PlayStation headset for the LAN, so I'm not. I guess I just wasn't used to being around other people while I'm wearing it, and I don't realize how loud I am. But yeah, it was.
We played a lot of it.
I hope I didn't come across as angry. I don't know. I was having
No, you were fine. You were
Okay.
just loud.
Okay.
Like I said, now I'm thinking like I need to play Counter-Strike more because I enjoy it so much. Like not just at the LAN. Maybe I should, even though part of me I guess kind of saves it for the LAN, and so that like this is when I play this game a lot. Just like World of Tanks, we played it a little bit. Not as much as we have in the past, but I don't ever play it any other time except whenever at the LAN we play it.
Well, I don't actively not play it. It's just that I don't have a whole lot of time to play games anyways.
Yeah.
And, so it's one of those things where it just kind of gets pushed aside because there's other things I use my time to play. So
yeah, I'm thinking I might try to play some more Counter-Strike more often. Just because like I said, I forget how much I like it and how much I enjoy that game, and I'm okay at it, and so.
Okay. You're okay. You're good at it with our friends.
Well, yeah, but
we have no other
we're
point
talking
of
about
reference.
mostly everyone's. Well, that's true. We don't have that strong of a point of reference, but we're all seasoned Counter-Strike players. We've all been playing it for a long time.
Yeah, but it's kind of like we're in a small pond. And we think we're the big fish.
Oh, that's it.
I'm
the big fish that's too big for our small pond.
And then you're gonna go to the ocean, and you're gonna find the sharks.
Oh well, yeah. That's that's.
And
true.
then you go.
That's probably true. That's probably given.
I'm a small fish in a big pond, or a small big fish in a small pond. That's it.
I want to. Maybe I want to stay like a regular sized fish in a fairly reasonable sized pond, and just keep going on thinking, yeah, I'm pretty good at Counter-Strike because I beat all my friends.
An average bass in a lake.
Yeah. Yeah. A small lake.
Big enough to not
big pond, small lake.
Be capped and get thrown back so you can keep playing. This analogy took a weird turn. Yeah, so Counter-Strike is good. I don't know how much, and it's. I don't know how much I'll play it. It's one of the things I do enjoy playing it a lot, but it's just not. I don't have time. You just got me into Overwatch, and now you're gonna abandon me to go play Counter-Strike.
No, I'm gonna still play Overwatch. Anytime you or Rob want to play Overwatch, I'll be there to play Overwatch. So don't worry. I also need to play some more Battlefield 1. I like that game a lot.
But so we need to play that more too. It's just I don't have time to devote to all these multiplayer games.
Yes, but they're all so fun.
We played Overwatch a little bit as well.
Yeah, we did play a little, a couple of matches maybe.
Yeah, we played maybe 2 or 3 matches.
And it was fun.
Yeah, it was
Overwatch.
Good.
Of course, we talk about Overwatch all the time.
Yeah,
but
we did
it was fun to play. It was fun to play with a larger group of people, and because usually when I play, it's just me and Rob, or sometimes me and you, or all three of us more recently. But it was cool to play with Graham, who's used to it on console, so he had bought it on PC, so he was switching over and kind of get used to the keyboard and mouse setup.
Yeah,
and then
Mike plays it.
Yeah.
The only person who doesn't have Overwatch was Tristan.
He just refused. He just refuses, even though he'd probably enjoy it if you just give it a chance.
Yeah.
You can be so close-minded, Tristan.
Yeah, so we didn't play it as much as we might have had he played it, but it's okay. It's fine. We had plenty of stuff to play. That was good. So
we played Day of Defeat.
Day of Defeat Source.
Yeah, not the old one,
not
but
the original,
the remake of the old one.
Oh.
And it's fun. It's always fun. I love the maps on Day of Defeat.
Yeah, the maps are great. Particularly the ones we played.
Yeah.
What's it? Yeah. We always. There's one map we play that's really good. It's really intricate. I guess I
Yeah,
would try.
I mean that's the thing. Like it always seems like most of their maps have a lot of path and a lot of little places to go, little hidden routes, and it's just full of little secrets and stuff.
Yeah, there was one map I found like a whole new route that I didn't even know about, and you know, we played this game several times, and I played that map lots of times, and I was like, wait, there's a ladder right here that I never noticed before, and I went up it and found another way, and I was like, oh, well that's interesting. But it's good. I'm really good at that one, or at least I think I am. I always feel like I'm doing really well.
Again, big pond, small lake.
Maybe, I don't know. But I always enjoy playing it, and
it's a lot of fun.
I really like it, and
we played it quite a bit last time as well.
We had originally got it because Graham had suggested that we do it for the LAN, and then he wasn't able to come last time.
Yeah, because it was another one of those games that we played a lot at old school LANs back when we were young.
Yes, back in the high school days of playing, we'd play Day of Defeat and Half-Life Deathmatch and Counter-Strike.
Back in the days where we would just stay up for like 48 hours playing games straight. And like taking a nap maybe, but that was it.
Yeah.
Now we're like, it gets to like 3 a.m. and we're just like, yeah, I think we're all gonna crash because we talk. Oh, y'all talk big talks. We're all like, yeah, we're gonna stay up all night and we're gonna play games and we're all gonna be drinking a lot and it's gonna be awesome. And then 3 o'clock rolls around and we're just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed. And then we all kind of go to sleep.
It seems to be. It started out like the first time we did this. We did stay up all night.
Yeah, we went all out.
And we went all out. We crashed like 6 or 7 in the morning. Slept till a little while.
No, we didn't even do that. We went to like 6 in the morning. Then we went and ate IHOP. And then came back and crashed.
Yeah, for a few hours, and then did it again. And then it's like each LAN we do. From then, we roll
back.
Go to bed earlier and earlier.
We roll back. Yeah, it was like, but both nights we went to bed. It was about 3 o'clock, and we were just like, yeah, okay. We were all wound down. We went to sleep. I only slept 12 hours the whole weekend. Like I'm going on 12 hours sleep
like
for the
14.
I slept like 12 is being generous. It was probably more like 11, 10 or 11. So I didn't sleep that much, but I felt fine. I would sleep 5 or 6 hours, and then I was usually the first one up, and I'd hop up and I kind of get cleaned up a little bit, and then everyone else kind of wander in, and we start playing games again.
Yeah, I actually got about the same amount of sleep I usually get during the week, so I felt fine. Yeah. I mean, I got like 6 hours both nights, and I was just like, all right, I got like 8 hours last night, but I got 6 hours and then 8, and I was just like, I felt fine. So you know, that's why I'm surprised, because I got more sleep this time than I usually do, and which is fine. It really doesn't matter because it's just this allotted time that we'll play games, and we're sleeping for part of it. It doesn't matter when we do it.
And it's really about, this is kind of like our regular reunion like type thing. It's our regular get together. These are all people we've known. Most of them we've known for at least, some of them 10 years or more. Some of them 20 years or something.
Yeah, we've known Graham for 20 years.
Yeah, and so it's like, we've known these people a long time. It's kind of an excuse for us to get together twice a year. Yeah, and hang out and kind of just see what everyone's up to. Kind of some of them I don't talk to very often, so it's kind of cool to just hang out with them and see how they're doing and play games that we all grew up loving and try out new things together too. We're always adding new things to the list. And so it's a lot. It's so much fun, and it's just an excuse to hang out. Really, I mean. Yeah.
I mean, it ultimately it doesn't really matter what we do. I mean, we could all just get together and just hang out for a weekend, and if we didn't play any video games, we'd probably still have a good time. Yeah. And because we just hang out and we make it fun. It doesn't matter that we play Counter-Strike. We could play any games. It probably will make it fun somehow.
We usually get into crazy, which we did on a few games. We got pretty crazy. Usually it's Tristan. Tristan usually leads
Tristan's
to the breakdown of the system. Tristan is the wild card. At least when it comes to his in-game personas.
Yeah.
So we added a couple of new games.
Yeah.
You want to talk about those?
A couple. I thought we had one new game.
We had two.
Oh, okay. Well, the one I remember was a game called Obey.
Yeah.
Which you can get on Steam.
Yeah, it's an early access game. It's been out since like 2015, so I'm wondering if it's ever going to be a complete game.
Oh, really? I didn't know it'd been out that long.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Oh.
But it's still in early access, but it's been in early access for 2 years. Almost 2 years, a year and a half. And but yeah, and I discovered this when I was looking up preparing for this show. Is that it's made by a company called Lo-Fi Apocalypse. And it's one guy.
Oh, really?
It's just one guy.
Really?
He may have other bit, but he like all stuff. It's just him. He made this game pretty much by himself.
Oh, really? That's interesting. I didn't know that, and that makes it better. I think that's impressive that guy makes that game then, and that would explain why it's in early access for so long. Is if he's just by himself making it.
Yeah, it's just like him. But anyway, so the game is everyone plays these little bunny, like hamster gerbil things. I don't know what they're supposed to be. Like they're like little. I don't know if they're rabbits. They're like.
I kind of saw them as short ear rabbits.
Yeah, or maybe they're like hamsters or something. I don't know. Gerbils. I don't know what these are. These are just terms that I have associated with small creatures.
Some form of a rodent.
Yeah. So everyone plays one, and then at the start of the game, it's a randomly kind of generated map, but in the middle of it is this giant robot thing called the robot, which is mostly a giant gun. And what happened is a race to whoever, everyone runs to it, and the first one in it becomes the ruler, I guess, or the guy giving command. And then what he's doing is getting all the other players to do what he wants them to do, and they can kind of choose to obey him or disobey him. But the whole purpose is to get to like $10,000. So everyone's kind of slowly making money, but there's different things. So if you're in the robot, you make money faster, and then also there are collars that that the players can put on that also increases how much money they have. But the collars show the person running the robot, where everyone is. Yeah. So it's kind of got a hide and seek element to it that he's got a very narrow point of view that he's sweeping around the area and keeping an eye on all these little gerbils.
Yeah, he has this really small area he can see, and it's a real dark map, so he has a light where he's looking, and so he can see really well wherever he's looking, but that's about it. And he zooms in and stuff, and the little bunny things are running around, kind of just whatever they want now. But the guy in the robot can't really do much other than like order items and stuff that'll be dropped in and pay for stuff, but they don't make much money unless the people on the ground, the bunnies, do stuff for him. And it's a process of getting them to do something, but also make you money. It's a weird accounting thing as well. It's interesting.
Yeah, because you can spawn in items that are, there's a little depository thing where they can put stuff in, which also they can use to get them to give you ammo for your weapons that you use to punish them, and then also you can use it to they can deposit uranium, which gives you so much money, but you can reward them with money for doing it. So the idea is everyone's trying to make, if you kind of play along, you can make more money. But at the same time, you got to be careful because he's making a bunch of money, and once someone gets to 10,000 monies, they win. So there's kind of this like balancing act of you're going along with it until if they get too crazy and are making too much money for themselves, then you might try to revolt. But you can also get them to build defenses to protect the robot, like walls or little zapper things, little sentries, and then you can also put lights. But there's also collars, which you make more money by wearing a collar, but the robot knows where it gives you a little tracking point, so they know where you are. And so the robot's doing stuff to help him keep him keep himself in control, because if one of the gerbils sneak up and run into the door of the robot, he takes over. He usurps the power from whoever's in there. So there's this kind of power struggle of people constantly cycling through who's in charge, and then trying to maintain control, and then by keeping them happy, by helping them get money, but you're trying to win yourself. And it's kind of fun.
It's a weird system, because ultimately it seems the best way to play it, if you're one of the bunnies, is to just obey the robot, because you can make a lot of money until that robot is... and you also kind of have to be mischievous, and you can kind of steal other people's payouts. And it's kind of a subtlety game in ways.
Yeah, it's weird. I discovered that. Oh, and my favorite thing is, like, you can hurt the person running the robot when you get killed, if you get burned or you run into an electric fence or whatever and get killed, it can leave a burnt bunny corpse behind. Yeah. And if one of the other bunnies comes and gets it and deposits it into the depository thing, the robot loses a bunch of money.
Yeah, you'll lose like $1,500, like in one fell swoop.
Yeah, so you got to be careful. You don't want to go crazy killing them, because it can lead a lot of corpses around, and they can use that to basically cripple your funds. But I discovered I rarely wanted to be the robot. I never wanted to be in charge. I found that I was better off sneaking corpses in every once in a while, stealing other people's money, and then just being like as loyal as I could. The whole game I was just like, I am your most loyal subject. I will do anything you ask of me, and overall it paid off. Most of the time I was on good favor with whoever's in charge, which was constantly changing, and I just didn't care about being in charge. I ended up winning one of the rounds just because I eventually got enough money ahead of everyone else. All I had to do was just bide my time, and then I was slowly making money anyway, and then I would just wear a collar and go hide, and then wait till, because I could just make more money over time until eventually I could win, and unless someone, because y'all would get wind of it and be like, okay, Dan's gonna win if we don't do something, and try to stop me, but I would just do everything I could just to keep going.
Yeah, it has a lot of cool elements, because there's all the bunnies, they all look the same, you can't distinguish who's who without them
there's no
saying,
nameplates or anything,
and giving some kind of indicator, but otherwise you're just so you can't go off who's who. You can't tell if you're in the robot. You can't tell how much money anybody has. And so you're just like, okay, you're paying people, and you may actually be helping them win, and you don't even know.
Yeah, it's really clever. The robot can't see the scoreboard, while everyone else can. The robot can't. And but there's no nameplates. You can't tell who anyone is. They're all just the same looking bunny. Mm-hmm. And so that you can't play favoritism. So if you have one guy, if for example, if I were a robot, and Gramham was down there, I like Gramham, so I would probably maybe show some favoritism toward Gramham, but I don't know which one's Gramham. Yeah. So I couldn't do that, because they're just bunnies, and until I can get them, that's him. This is him over here. But then I did that a lot. When y'all realized I was winning, y'all would be like, okay, well, everyone, we need to single out Dan. Well, I would just play along with whatever y'all were trying to do, just to keep the confusion up, so y'all wouldn't know which one was me.
Yeah, it was really funny.
It was really funny.
It was really pretty fun. I can see how it could be really interesting, and I hope it develops more and there's more complexities to it.
Yeah, I know they're still updating and adding stuff to it.
Yeah, and I just realized something that I didn't think about. The bunnies could turn the robot against each other, because the robot doesn't know how much money anyone has, so they could be lying and say, oh, so-and-so has money and all this stuff, and just lie about it, because the robot has no way to tell. Yeah. And we didn't really do that, and we could have done that. I
did it a little bit, and when people started like, well, Dan's winning, we need to stop Dan, and I'm like, I'm not. I'm just, I'm not winning. There's other people with more money than me, even though that wasn't true. I did a little bit, but nobody believed me at all, of course.
But yeah, it's a fun game. It's cheap. I mean, you can get a 4-pack, which we did. We bought 2 4-packs. They were like $34.99 for a 4-pack. So you and 3 other people could play for $35.
Yeah, it's a fun little game. It's really good for a group, and it's really good for like just
kind of
being silly and having fun.
Yeah, it's,
and then
it's perfect just to throw into a LAN mix and just have some fun.
Yeah, and I mean. Tristan kind of went crazy during one game where he just started planting mines everywhere because you can purchase mines, and then if the robot can have you place mines, or you can just go around placing them, and the bunnies can't see where they are. The robot can see them, but they're just walking along, and suddenly you get blown up because there are mines everywhere, and that's what happened eventually.
Yeah,
Tristan was just dumping mines everywhere.
He went into terrorist mode and was just like mining, blowing up, spending all of his money. He wasn't even like trying to win. He was just spending all his money constantly on mines, and he would just place tons of them on the spawn spot near the boxes. It was just, it was crazy. It was pretty funny. So it became this weird game of like, okay, we have to stop Tristan so we can all make money.
Yeah.
It's almost like the government and terrorism.
What? How so?
We're all trying to stop terrorism so we can make money.
Oh, I was confused. I thought you were all saying you were trying to say that we were trying to stop the government. That's what I was really confused.
No, the other way around.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's a fun game.
It's really fun. So check it out and see if you. I don't know. I'm wondering how much play it has in it. I mean, I was already kind of getting a little. I was starting to kind of lose interest on the amount of time we played. We played a few hours.
We played good 2 or 3 hours on it.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun during that time. But unless they make some major additions to the game,
I guess it's still in early access, and they had updates recently about it, and I think the dropship stuff was fairly new.
Oh, really? Okay, because you can crash the dropships.
Yeah, I think some of that stuff was fairly recent additions to the game. So, I'm curious to see how it develops and what they add to it. And so maybe next time in 6 months or so when we do another LAN, we'll see if it's changed much and give it another go. Yeah. But it's almost a social experiment in a weird way.
It is, because I could easily see how everyone had their own thing they were doing when they were in the robot. My big thing was like, I'm gonna build a wall.
Yep, and the bunnies are going to pay for it.
And the bunnies are going to pay for it. I mean, I'm serious. This is exactly what I was doing in the game. And I was like, we're building this wall, and then we had this laser field, and I got like a fraction of it built before I was
and then you blew it up. You blew up part of it by accident.
Accidental blow-ups, and it was a mess. It was just a mess. It was a bad plan. Someone should let Trump know that just in simulation this doesn't work.
Yeah, we ran some sims. It doesn't work. Sorry, not gonna work. Sorry, you just got to let it go.
You're gonna have to. Not viable.
Yeah. We played another game. It's been around for a while. I don't really know how long, but it's actually a mod for Half-Life Source.
Yeah.
It's Goldeneye.
It's been around
Source.
for several years, actually.
Yeah.
I know it's been around for at least 4, maybe 5 years. It's been around for a while.
It's been around for a while, but I don't even know how we got on it. Like, somebody mentioned it.
I did.
And we were just like, did you mention it? Yeah.
I had told Robert about it on the way to the LAN.
Yeah.
I rode with him, and we were talking about our buddy Ricky.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, you should have invited him along. And I was like, well, he doesn't really play PC games. Well, that's not correct. He played one. And he was like, you want to take a guess at what it was? And he goes, oh, I have no idea. And I said, he plays the Goldeneye Source, the game on Steam.
Yeah.
And
the mod for it. Yeah. So it got brought up, and someone mentioned it, and you had, I guess because you had mentioned it, Robert had brought it up, and then Graham was like, "What is this?" And it's like, it's basically Goldeneye remade, or at least the multiplayer part of Goldeneye remade in the Source engine. Mm-hmm. So it's just the multiplayer combat, game in Source. That's it. That's all it is. All the maps have been remade, and it's really fun. Like we because we mentioned and it's just a mod. We all owned Half-Life.
It's free.
So we just went and we got it. So you can get it for free if you have Half-Life Source. You can get this mod and install it. And so we got it and we passed it around, got everyone installed and running, and we played it for a few hours.
It's okay.
Really, you didn't like it?
I had fun playing it, but it's one of those things where by the time we stopped, I had enough.
Oh yeah. It took me back. I was kind of remembering the maps. As I was playing it, I kept remembering, hey, there's a secret wall here. I kept finding all these little walls you could click and open, and then like find a secret hidden passage. And it was kind of a walk back down memory lane. It is an awkward game because it was based. It was the original game played on the odd, weird 64 controller, and so like you run around. You can shoot just normally, but in order to aim, you have to right click.
Yeah.
To get a cursor, and then you can use that to help you aim. Yeah. So it's a little weird, and that's just them kind of working the way that game worked back into a somewhat normal way. The only thing I was missing, I did not. I found myself wanting that I didn't have, as far as I could tell, and I don't know if they will add it or not. Is there's no dual wielding. There's no in the old game you could turn on dual wielding and you could run around with 2 shotguns or whatever, and that was always a lot of fun.
Yeah, I could see that being making that a little better. Yeah. I had fun playing it, especially when we did the Golden Gun one.
The Golden Gun round was the best.
Yeah, it was the most fun just because I could actually do well with it. It's just like every gun I had, it just felt like I couldn't kill anybody with it. Yeah, I just was terrible at it, and I don't know. Maybe if I played it more and got back into the groove of the old game, it would have worked.
I mean, it really is just to run around and shoot people.
Yeah, there's
not really much more to it than that. But it was one of the first first person multiplayer game that we played a lot.
The original, on the 64.
Yeah, the original 64 one. And so it's just a remake of that. It doesn't change a lot. And so it was fun. It was a lot of fun to play. It was something different. It was something to break up, our normal Counter-Strike, library of stuff.
It broke up the normal stuff, but even though it is another Source game that we were playing, it just adds to the list of Source games we play.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't see myself ever playing it anymore beyond just maybe a few hours at a LAN and then going on.
Yeah.
But if you want to check it out, it's free.
It's free.
As long as you have Half-Life Source, it's free.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
You can go find it. We'll put a link up for it. It was. I don't know, and then a lot of it, I think it just comes down to the group. It's just so much fun playing a lot of these games and yelling at each other and weird stuff happening, or just we're playing Counter-Strike and then someone just starts yelling knife fight, and so we all drop our weapons or we switch to just a knife and run around with fighting and just not. And then invariably somebody pulls out a shotgun at the last second and starts blowing us away. But still, it's just I don't know. It's just us being absurd and having fun.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why we do it. We go and we play games, we talk to each other, we see what games everyone else is playing. I mean, there are moments that are low, but I actually was, this time around we were pretty good about playing pretty consistently through the whole weekend. Just because we were just played some stuff. There was still a bunch of games on our list that we didn't play this time, and I wish we had found time to do it. We talked about
I couldn't remember what everything was on the list.
Oh, we have a big list now.
Yeah,
and,
I know a lot of times we'll try to play StarCraft. We never did StarCraft this time.
We haven't done StarCraft since a year ago, and I'd like to get back to doing it again. At least one game of it.
I know there was some talk about maybe trying to dig up copies of the original StarCraft and trying to play it.
Yeah.
But
I would
be
cool with that. I like the original one and I like the new one. The problem with the new one is playing on LAN is not really an option, so it's
it doesn't come with a LAN, and that's a big problem we run into a lot with this thing. And part of the reason we play old games is because less and less games ship with a LAN option anymore. Overwatch doesn't have a LAN option. You jump in and you get in a group with your friends and then you can join matches. There is no like we're gonna play here locally. Same StarCraft 2 doesn't have built into it a LAN option. We either all have to connect to BattleNet or we have to do some weird thing to basically trick it into think we're on BattleNet and we're not. And I don't know. I'm not even sure we should talk about it because it's probably something we probably shouldn't mess with.
Well, it was kind of dangerous because the thing we downloaded the wrong thing, and one of our friends' computer ended up with a virus. So
yeah,
I don't really recommend it at all.
I don't recommend that stuff at all.
It's kind of risky.
Because you don't know what you're getting into, and
yeah, so don't do that. I
don't
know if we switched to when we were playing it originally, we were playing it on a wireless. And that bogged down pretty bad. So now that we have a Switch, I'd like to try doing StarCraft 2 again.
Yeah, we're all hardwired now. We got it down to a science. Yeah, we started with like everyone wirelessly connects to Tristan's shitty old wireless router. And it's like 10 years old. Yeah, and everyone wirelessly connected it unless you're like a few oddballs who don't have a wireless adapter who we'll run a cable to. And then we slowly realized that the lag was not great, but usually the couple of people who were doing the best were all the people who were hardwired in.
Yeah. And
we realized, the latency, we may not notice that much of a difference in latency, but it was enough that would throw us off, so that gave those people an edge. So we finally now have ditched doing wireless. We all are hardwired in, and we run a bunch of cables. Because a handful of the people who come to this thing are IT people, and a couple of them are network admins. So we have the tools and the knowledge to set it up right.
and once we did that, it works great.
It was great.
The internet speed is much better. So I'd like to try it again. Maybe the next LAN, try to get it in. I'd like to I might put this idea out there, and it may not go over well, and I might get shut down pretty quick. But maybe not have Counter-Strike the next round.
I'm against this.
I probably have opposition all the way across the board, and I don't think this is going to happen.
Counter-Strikes are bread and butter, Dudley.
It is, and I like it, but I'd like to
It sounds like you don't like it enough.
I really do enjoy Counter-Strike.
Oh, do you? Do you love it, Dudley?
I do. Please don't report me to the secret police. I do enjoy it, but there's some other games I want to play, and we didn't even come close to playing them.
No, that's true.
We were talked about playing a natural selection. We didn't even get a chance to do it. I would maybe like to try to get natural selection 2 in if we get enough people to buy it. But it's just, it's a hard balance. Counter-Strike is good. We always have fun playing, so
yeah.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. I know we did talk about natural selection of some kind, but I think it got sidestepped because everyone was like, Goldeneye? Source?
Yeah.
Let's check that out. And then we ended up on it.
Yeah.
And that ended up, a game that wasn't on our list that just comes out of nowhere.
I did play a single-player game a little bit. Kind of in between while we were kind of waiting on some technical issues or certain lulls that were short, but I started playing FTL again. FTL Faster Than Light. The little roguelike single player that's just trying to get through space.
You have a crew and you're managing a crew and a spaceship like on a big important mission to try to get to one side of the galaxy and having random encounters and getting killed a lot.
It's really tough, but it's
a
lot
hard
of fun,
game.
And it was really nice. I was playing it just like because I could hop into it real quick for like 10 minutes and then hop out. But I forgot how much I enjoyed that game.
Every once in a while I think about going back to it, and then I remember how hard that game is. And so I'm always kind of, I don't know if I want to get into it.
I got pretty good at it the last time I played it, but it's been so long that by the time I was doing it now, I was just like, I don't remember all the tricks. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Yeah. I'm playing a new ship that I had got like the last time I played, but I haven't even. I don't know the ways to play it yet. So I was just doing really bad. But it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun, and that's another thing. Like, we'll have people, it's cool because all our friends are big gamers, and so it was cool to see games that I either didn't ever get up to, or haven't bought yet, or I don't know if I will buy them, but I can get firsthand experience, or watching someone else play it, or see it. Like, our buddy Mike was playing Star Wars Battlefront here in a little bit, and that game looks so good. It's a really good looking game. I hear it's kind of hollow, and that's kind of the review I've heard. It's like it's not a lot of content. It's just it looks beautiful and it's fun because you're kind of sucked into it because of Star Wars, but otherwise it's just kind of a run around shoot 'em type thing. But he was playing it. Yeah, and then Tristan
was playing today while we were packing up. He was playing The Last Guardian.
Yeah, he was playing when I first got there too. Yeah. Like, we just hung out waiting for people to show up. We were just watching him play The Last Guardian.
And that looks pretty good.
It's a good looking game.
Even
for you have the system for it.
I know, and I haven't got it yet. So maybe soon.
I see it, and it's made by the same people who did Shadow of the Colossus, and I get that vibe from it because it has the same aesthetic. So it always makes me just want more Shadow of the Colossus, and and that game looks good. It looks kind of fun. It looks different and interesting, but it was cool watching him play it and kind of get a little more of a taste of it. A lot of what he was playing at the time was stuff I'd seen in the demo, but seeing him also encounter some of the other stuff in that game was cool.
Yeah, his opinion of it is it's a really good game, and he said it's very somber.
Yeah.
Somber. That's the word I'm looking for. Somber.
Sombra is a character in Overwatch.
Sombra is a character in Overwatch. Sombra.
Yeah,
I can't say it. Whatever.
Somber.
Very relaxing is what he was saying.
Somber.
Somber. Whatever.
Yeah. So it was cool seeing it. We did play a board game this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Very much,
because I forgot to mention last week, we got in our copy of Secret Hitler.
Yes.
So, real quick, I want to say thank you to, I think her name is Maya, and Goat, Wolf, and Cabbage, the people who made the game, for sending us a copy of Secret Hitler.
Very nice copy.
Really, they sent us, it's called the Wooden Box Edition. Yeah. And it's the normal board game, but it comes in this big wooden box with like a sword and skull and like olive branch and dove image printed on it. And it's on vinyl, and it looks fantastic.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, it came in last week. I meant to thank them then, but I we got talking about other stuff. That was all the other things going on, and so, but I figured, it's a good. So I brought it with us to the LAN. I knew because we'd have a group of just about 10, so I knew we'd be able to play it and get into another go at it with more players, and so we played about 4 games, and
Yeah, well, 3.5, really.
3.5, because what was it? The third round 3 we were playing, and we were all tired. It was late. It was past midnight.
Yeah, it was like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, drinking had been involved, and Mike, we had one fascist policy on the board, and Mike gets elected as chancellor, and he's like, "Ha ha, we've won! I'm Hitler!" And we're like, You got to get 3 fascist policies before you win as being chancellor as Hitler. And he was like, "Oh," he got ahead of himself.
So we had to start a new game.
okay, so we're gonna throw that game out and start again.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. I think we're not quite. We had fun anyway because we're all really silly and doing lots of stupid accents and probably very inaccurate accents.
Very,
And
German, and I'm using air quotes on German.
yeah, not great. And yeah, we did these I got stuck in the accent for a while. I could not stop doing it after we finished playing.
Me too.
And it's terrible. It's a terrible accent. But but yeah, I think we'd all been drinking a bit, and we were all tired, so I think we weren't quite in the as enthusiastic of a mood as we ought to be for that game. But we did have a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun playing it, and I think it was actually kind of nice, because when we played it at PAX, we were very aggressive, and so it's kind
stressed
of a
out a
different
little
approach
bit.
to it. We were all kind of like
laid back,
just quietly thinking and like looking at what figuring out. And I was just like presenting all the facts like as they were, and then just like,
and it got really almost formal. Like,
it got very
like
formal.
every time a liberal article would pass, like, oh yes, good for Germany, yeah, and we all doing golf claps, and it was really silly. It was really like reserved, which is not what I expected out of us playing that game.
I know it didn't go the way the way we thought at all, and it was still fun. We had a good time.
It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool game, and we really enjoy it. And I'm super ecstatic that they sent us one, and I want to say to Goat Wolf and Cabbage, the people who made it, thank you very much for sending it. We really appreciate it. It makes us feel like real people.
We'll get a lot of good play out of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I'm already trying to get together a group for maybe next weekend of a bunch of people who haven't played to try to play it.
Nice. We have made one improvement to the game.
We did.
Element, and so I will.
So
present
this
it
is
now
free. This is free for the Goat Wolf Cabbage people. This is a free idea.
Yes.
You can have this. This is our gift to you, just as you have gifted your game to us.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell them what we did.
Okay, so what you need to put in the box is a little Nerf gun with 2 bullets. And so when you play the game, there's a point, if you have enough players, where you, as president, gets to kill somebody.
Yeah.
And it's a
Once
perfect
you pass
thing
enough
to have.
fascist articles,
Yeah, if you pass the fascist article, you get to kill somebody. And so it's great
with the hopes of it being Hitler.
Yeah. It's great to have a Nerf gun and actually shoot them. And it's wonderful, and it was funny because it wasn't like something we planned. Mike had it, and I didn't even know he had it.
Yeah, he just pulled it out of nowhere.
Like, I choose so-and-so, and he just fired the gun and shot them, and we were all like...
we're just like, what just happened?
Yeah, so we just started passing the gun to the president every time.
Whoever's president got the presidential pistol.
Yeah. And it was hilarious. And you got killed at one point, and your reaction was quite wonderful.
Yeah, well,
from my viewpoint.
he caught me by surprise. What happened was, we got to a point where I was a liberal. I didn't know I really was trying to figure it out. And then Brob was he was next to me, so he was next in line for president. And we had just passed the policy, got the policy where I could pick who was the next president. So I realized, since I trusted Robert, I could choose him to be the next president, and then he would get a double turn. So, because the way it works is, you pick someone to be the next president, it goes to them, but then it goes back to the normal turn order after that.
Yeah.
And so I realized, if I give it to Robert, he could go twice, and maybe we could help improve our chance of winning the game.
Yeah, because
so I gave
you
it to
trusted
him.
Robert.
Yeah, and because I trusted Brob, I was pretty certain that he was a good guy. Or, not a fascist, or Hitler, and so I did this so that and then so another policy passed, and so he had to kill somebody, and we're sitting there, like I thought, he didn't know. He was kind of like me. We didn't really know anything, but he was trying to make a decision on who to kill, and he was kind of taking his time thinking about it, and was just kind of stressing because he didn't really know who to kill. And I'm sitting there. I was looking over something in the rules, completely confident that I was safe because I put him in the position, gave him the power and so I was trying to, obviously I trust him. I thought, oh, this will help the liberals, and so I thought I was safe because, I helped set him up to help our team. And then he goes, out of nowhere, I'm in the middle of checking over the rules, and he just goes, "Sorry, Dan," and I kind of went, "Oh shit, I knew it was happening," and he just turned and shot me.
Yeah. Yeah, the expression on your face was a certain level of fear and shock and, like, the question of why all rolled into one facial expression in half a second moment. And I was front and center to watch it, and I was just like, oh, that was delightful.
That was literally my reaction. Was I flinched and leaned back and almost like I was really being shot, and then I was just like, why? Why did you shoot me? And I just couldn't understand why he picked me. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, after I was dead, I was like, yeah, I'm not Hitler. And then the game went on, and then he had to kill someone else later. And I think we ended up winning. Did we win that?
Yeah, we won.
The Liberals won. And then he was just like, were you a fascist? I was like, no, I was not.
Yeah, he felt really bad.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, now I feel bad. And I'm like,
It's just fun. I do have one complaint about the game.
Uh-oh.
I have yet to got to be a fascist.
Oh. That's not a complaint.
I've played, a little over half a dozen games, and I've never been a fascist. And I find that very disappointing.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't know, like Mike, and out of the 4 games we played, Mike was a fascist every single time.
Everyone.
And then Robert was a bunch of times. I was only one time.
Robert was 3 times, and he was Hitler 2 of those times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it was...
and I helped him win.
It was a weird selection, but it's actually still luck of the draw, so...
Yeah, it is.
One day I'll get to be fascist.
Yeah, one day, Dudley, you can aspire to being a fascist. I want to talk about something. We're getting short on time, but there's something I need to talk about. It's very important. I need you to just prepare yourself because you're not going to want to listen to this.
Is it about Star Wars Destiny?
It is about Star Wars Destiny. I played 2 games. No, it was 2 games of Star Wars Destiny with our buddy Gary. Mm-hmm. And he built these ridiculous decks. He has 2 of them. One was an Admiral Akbar Princess Leia deck, and the other one was a Han Solo Rey deck. And both of them completely pissed me off. They were both complete bullshit.
Okay.
So the Akbar one I was doing okay. It wasn't bad. I was doing okay until he threw out... Can you guess what the name of the card that the Admiral Akbar played?
It's cereal.
No. What?
I don't know. I was trying to think of something random to say, and I got nothing. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
And which is a really good card. What it does is you play it and you pick a symbol, and however many of that symbol are on the other player's dice, you can then take that many of your own dice and turn them to whatever side you want. So I had a whole bunch of, I don't remember if it was laser. It was a lot of damage side. I don't remember if it was melee or blaster. I think it was blaster damage, like range damage. And so he got to just rechange like more than half of his dice just to whatever side he want, and then just completely destroyed me after that. And so I was like, But the next one that pissed me off, and I was just like, this is bullshit. I don't like this deck at all. Was the Han Rey deck. Because
that makes sense. They had a pretty strong bond in the last movie, so that would be logical.
Well, there's a type of card called ambush card, and what they are is when you play them, or it's either an item that has ambush or an event. What happens is you play them, and it gives you an extra action. So, like, the way this game sets up is you take turns taking actions, whether it's, the action is rolling the dice or spinning that dice to use whatever side actions on the side of it or whatever, or playing a card. Everything is one action, and you only get to do one at a time. So, which means you act, and then they have a point to kind of stop you from using the stuff you just put in play or whatever. Well, Ambush lets you play that card and then get a bonus action of some kind to, so you can just do extra stuff on your turn as opposed to having to alternate. Well, the way that deck's set up is he plays a card, like he has a bunch of these ambush pistols, these pistols that have ambush. He has every ambush card in that deck. And what is happening is he plays this quick draw pistol, which gives him an ambush action, and then he plays another one, and he ends up stocking up a bunch of action. He'll have one turn, and Rohan and Ray get special abilities by, get special things for ambush cards being played. I've lost you.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up.
Yeah.
And I'm tired as well. So I'm sorry.
They have special abilities that act when ambush cards are played, and ambush cards give you extra action. So he plays the card. They get special things as if they did another action, and he's getting extra action. So he'll play one card and then swap it out with other cards, and then do like 4 or 5 action in one turn.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Which is a huge deal in this game. And so I'm sitting here just going, okay, yeah, you just play. I'll just hang out while you kill my guys and do everything you want to do. And I'm just going to, and then it's my turn. I'm going to do one thing. And then he comes back and he has it all set up so those cards get discarded and he gets them back. He's had stuff that allows him to bring those cards back and put them back in his draw. And he keeps drawing them and keeps using them. So he's just like cycling through all the action. And I'm like, this is bullshit.
So what you're saying is he broke the game and now you're never going to play it again.
There are ways to get around it. My deck wasn't really set up for countering it, and apparently if you see a Han Ray deck, you should be aware of these things. But I'm still new to the game. I don't know all these things, but and he told me like these decks are mean, and I'm like, okay, these are like decks he's probably holding on to for like tournament play stuff, and it's rough. And I'm sitting on a pretty limited pool of cards anyway, so my deck's options aren't great, and so I was just like, he was just beating the crap out of me, and I was like, man, this. Well,
that
is
something
rough.
I can get behind. I can get behind you getting your ass kicked. Well, I don't think we're gonna have time to cover any news.
Yeah, we'll save the news for next week.
I'll move it over to next week's episode.
Just shift it over, and then we'll just forget about
any games. We'll just spend the whole time talking about news.
No, that's not gonna
happen. Okay. It was a great weekend, great LAN.
It was a great weekend, and everyone who came to the LAN, it was awesome seeing you guys, and I'm already looking forward to the next one. And if you've never done a LAN, you really should do one. You should get a bunch of friends, even if it's just a console LAN, even if you get a bunch of people playing the same console together, or it doesn't have to be PC.
I mean, they don't do that too much anymore. The last time really they did that was Xbox had a pretty good following of people doing LANs with Xbox, but I don't know how big it is with the newer consoles.
I don't know. It just it's something to consider doing. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it to anyone. If you like playing games, spending all night. And drinking helps. Sitting all night.
Not required, but
it's not required. I mean, we used to do it we weren't drinking, but we weren't drinking alcohol, but we were drinking tons of caffeine in the old days. But now that might be why we get so tired.
Actually,
alcohol
I
is a
didn't
depressant.
have a single soda this weekend.
Okay, so I didn't either. You want to?
Well,
what do you
I know
want,
that,
medal?
but that's unusual for me. I'm just saying. I usually drink like a ton of Dr. Pepper
when
we do these things. I didn't. I just drank coffee.
Yeah. I drank some coffee.
I think I'm getting old, Daniel.
Yeah, we're all getting old. That's why we are all going to bed at like semi-reasonable hours for a LAN game.
Yeah, I think maybe in the future we'll just do like a normal 8 to 5 LAN.
Yeah. We're it's getting it's 10 o'clock, guys. Let's go to bed.
Yeah, get up, have breakfast, do it again.
I mean, and all it is time management.
Yeah, that's really it.
We sound so old right now.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we didn't talk about. I mean, this is 1 year. This is our 1 year anniversary. I wanted to get like something special. I've been trying to work on to a new theme song, but time
it's not a big deal.
I haven't had time, and I'm sorry. I wanted just to be like, hey, roll into this new episode with like a new up-to-date theme song, and y'all be like, yeah. But it didn't happen. I just haven't had time because
and that's
stuff.
Okay.
I know.
Don't apologize. Now it'll just be a surprise whenever it actually does.
Yeah, I let y'all down. But yeah, so happy 1 year. We're gonna keep doing this. Hopefully, we already know it'll be another year down.
Yeah. It felt like this year went pretty quick.
It went pretty quick. It doesn't seem like we've been doing this very long.
No, it doesn't.
No.
So
hopefully
we'll keep doing it.
Stays that way. Yeah. So please go to our website at deafandumb.com. That's DEAFNDUMB.com. Top of the page is all the links to everything, anything you're looking for, whatever you want, it's there. You can tweet us, you can follow us on Facebook, anything you can think of, Dudley. Don't interrupt me. Don't do it now. I'll answer all your questions once I'm done with the end cap. But right now I need to finish this, so don't interrupt my flow.
Is
Links to anything you could possibly ever need at the top of our webpage over at deafandumb.com. You can subscribe to us on iTunes. Please do. If you want to rate us, please do. And feel free to text us, send us a message, email us, tweet at us, whatever you want to do. We may respond to it. We're going to keep putting out a new episode every Monday, once a week. Yeah, we've done it for 52. This is 53. And we'll hopefully keep doing it for at least another 50.
I would hope we'll get to 100 before we just quit.
Yeah, then we'll hit syndication.
Yeah, and then we can make that real money.
That's where the money is, Dudley. That's where the money is. Hey, I already think we're I consider us in the green
Episode
just because
100.
we got a copy of Secret Hitler. I mean, that's awesome.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. We also got Inside, so that's a bonus. I'd say we've already got our name of episode 100 now. For the money.
For the money. Okay, well, I'll try to remember that. One for the money, two for the show. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May, and this has been Deaf and Dumb.